Join the legendary Force MDs in the morning, along with Dr. Pebbly Pooh, the first female hip-hop soloist, in the mornings on the Force MDs Morning Show, featuring Dr. Pebbly Pooh, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, live on Facebook or on Uni TV and radio on the Force MDs page.
From backstage. He's drinking a big jug of Brass Monkey. I don't know what's going on this morning. Holy moly, guacamole. Holy moly, guacamole. Cut, what's going on, family?
Cut. What's up, man?
What's up? Yeah, listen.
Hey, Cut.
Hey,
what's going on? What's going on?
Hey, Cut, this was going on. Steve is en route coming back up here to the Poconos from Atlanta because he live in Atlanta. So you're gonna be holding us down, man. Because we got.
I did not know he live in Atlanta. You know, that's where I live.
Yeah. But where you live at, we was told where you live at, man. You know, you up there in Buckhead and walking around with Rolls Royces and got a maid. Look, his chauffeur driver. The lady's 92 years old, but she can see real good. You know what I mean? And she be zooming through 280 and 85 and cut me back there like this in the car like this. Look, Pebbly, look.
I see.
Crazy,
I see.
Look. It could happen any day. It could happen any day. So her name is Fly Grandma Fly. You know what I mean? So how's she doing, man?
You bananas, bro.
No, listen. If y'all don't know who we got here right now, you gonna know right now. This is DJ Cut Creator, LL Cool J's legendary DJ forever. You know what I mean? This brother has been everywhere. Major factor to the hip hop history, the whole genre. This brother right here. I remember back in the days, man. The big stadiums, the big tours. He used to be up there just cutting it up, and he would look. Hey, Pooh, he wouldn't even break a sweat. You know what I mean? He wouldn't even break a sweat.
I don't know. I seen him sweat.
Nah, Pooh, he wouldn't break a sweat, man.
No, I seen him sweat.
Now he wasn't sweating for nobody. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna show you how to do this without sweating." You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. Before let's finish the list here. We got people on here. We want them out. I don't want to leave them out. We got Unity Bull. She's in South Africa. She said it's winter where she's at.
In South Africa? Really?
In South Africa, yes.
Yo, hold on. I didn't know Toby was on here from Brooklyn. Toby? Hey, Toby, did you check the mail? Because I sent you an ass whooping. Did you check it? I sent you an ass whooping. I want to make sure you open it up and actually get it. You know what I mean? Because it's important that you remember talking to like, hey, yo, hold on. You know what? I think hold on a second. I think I need cut. I need you to probably duck a little bit because this is for Toby. Duck your head a little bit. Duck your head a little. No. I want you to see what's happening here.
I'm mad. Wait a minute. I'm mad that Cut even ducked.
But hold on. Yo, let's talk to Cut, man, because Cut, we happy we got you on here, man. Just like this is beautiful. Cut, so what you been up to, bro?
Oh man, I've been doing podcasting, vlogging, about DJing all over, across the world and stuff like that. My travels and everything like that. Plus, I've been, doing my own thing, man, like playing clubs and festivals and stuff like that. So.
Nice.
Of course, we always hook up on Tom Joyner, and
we sure do.
Always a great thing because a lot of us don't get to see each other like that. Khalil, we sit there and eat lunch and be there about hours just talking. You know what I mean? No, I'm serious. We'll sit there and you know how we do, sit there and be all day just eating lunch, man, in shorts and flip flops, just relaxing.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Khalil had on flip flops. You seen his ashy feet?
Yeah.
And we all
listen. Look. Cut Creator is not. He's not a Jehovah's Witness. Don't put him on this. He's not a Jehovah's Witness. Don't put him on the spot like that. He's not a Jehovah's Witness. Don't do him like that.
Cut. I'm trying to tell you, Khalil got some bad feet. But
I was looking at the brother's feet, man.
No, you know what it is, Cut. It cut. My feet look so dope. She get jealous because my feet look better than her feet.
No, absolutely not. He looked like he was actually scratching concrete. So I don't know what's going on.
No, man.
I don't know what's going on. But he did go to a beach and his feet was looking right. And that's because his wife made sure them feet was looking right. He's posting pictures of his feet.
Yeah, no, she got boy, I post pictures of my feet, boy. She just faded like, oh wow, I can't say that no more. look, watch my bottom lip. I can't say that no more. You know what I mean? No, hold on. Let's get back to cut. Let's get back to cut real quick. So, cut. Listen, we got you on here, man. It's thank you for taking time out your day to even come on here with us, man.
Yes.
Now you've been in the music industry as well as entertainer, a DJ that's traveled all around the world numerous times. You've been on a lot of different platforms, a lot of just stages. When did you start DJing? Like how old was you when you started?
I started in 77.
Wow.
1977. There's a brother. Actually, you're going to have a brother on your show, LA Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
There's a brother that he worked with by the name of Easy Lee.
Oh, we had Easy Lee.
We had Easy Lee.
We had 2 weeks ago. We had Easy Lee.
Well, a lot of people don't know that me and Easy Lee played at City College basketball together.
Whoa.
We were tight.
Wow.
Yeah. And he started a little bit earlier than me, maybe a year earlier than me. And even with the LL Cool Mo D thing, me and Easy Lee were like, yo, we were boys, man. Like,
wow.
So, yeah, Lee. Matter of fact, Lee. Shout out to Lee. He's doing this thing up here in Douglasville, Georgia.
Yeah, that's what Steve is at, Douglasville too.
Yeah. Lee has a studio, a rehearsal hall, and all that up there. Event center.
Yeah, he was
doing his thing. But me and Lee were cool. So I started in 77, and I listened to one of the greats. To me, is the all-time greatest DJ. One of the two, my favorite, Hollywood. That was one of my guys.
We had Hollywood last month. We had Hollywood last month.
We had Hollywood last month. Hollywood is funny, man. Wood is funny.
He's funny.
We had him last month. He was on there last month doing it. He had the whole crowd. Right? But shout out to Hollywood, baby.
Wood, Wood, and a guy by the name of DJ Divine from a group called Infinity Machine. Those are the guys that I idolize.
Yes,
I always try to give Divine his propers, man, because he was a beast back in the day. So those are the guys I kind of emulated and enjoy hearing play.
So how did you connect with LL coming up? How did you and LL connect? Was y'all neighbors?
Yeah, we lived in the same neighborhood in Queens.
Now how far was Kyle from y'all? Because we got Kyle on the missing list of liars. Oh no, I didn't mean to say, Kyle. I'm sorry, Kyle. Kyle.
Yeah, shout out to Kiki McCrae. Shout out Kiki.
No.
Cal lived probably between me and LL. I guess it was like 5 blocks, so maybe 3-4 blocks away.
Yeah, because Kyle was talking that stuff like, yo, I should take L out. You know what I'm saying? I taught Cut how to cut a little bit.
Don't do it. Don't
Kyle,
do it.
Yo, I'm snitching on you, bro. Look, I got a 6'9" perm in my head right now. I'm snitching on you right now, Kyle. But so you said Kyle lived right. All y'all living in a
few blocks away.
Yeah.
I mean, they're small blocks, so a few blocks away.
This is in Farmers or Hollis?
Oh, this is Farmers.
Okay. So
I moved around. I did Farmers all my life, and then I did a little bit of Harlem.
Okay, so now how did you and LL connect? Because y'all made multi-platinum records. Y'all travel all across the world. How did that happen, man? For y'all that's listening right there, for our people, they want to know, how did it happen? You know what I mean?
Just doing like DJing block parties and all that. That's the essence of hip hop. We did block parties, park jams, and all that. And he was eager and hungry. And hey, Mary, how you doing? Mm-hmm. But that's really how I came up. Being in the neighborhood, being the right place, right time. It's funny that you mentioned I was away for a year. doing I was Syracuse wrestling, and a lot of people didn't know that that I was a New York City champ, New York State runner up.
Word?
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
yeah. So um, I went
Now
away
I be
for
looking at I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. I love wrestling. I love wrestling. So
yeah.
when you were doing the
It was
wrestling,
it
did you
was
have to
cool in the city. It was cool in the city until I got up into Syracuse and saw, excuse me, not to be racial, but them big white dudes with necks like tree trunks and stuff.
Mm.
It was serious back then. I'm like, whoa, this ain't for me,
right?
Hey, cut. Let me just say something real quick. I noticed when I was coming up, we was more into like the karate and boxing. I was more into the boxing thing. I was used to boxing the PAL for years, and but
Tell them when you got knocked out. Tell them when you got knocked out.
I checked my records. Never lost. Never lost. But anyway,
Well,
so I'm sorry. So I'm sorry for the bad news. I didn't even want the bad news. No, all you got to check my records. But let me just say this. Look, what was so funny because we was from Staten Island, right? You know, now when we used to go to school, and when they started segregating the different schools, we used to go to different schools, and it was like when beef was going down, we were rocking with the hand game. But every now and then, if I wasn't thinking quick, them cats was like trying to wrestle a brother down. I had to go back to Mikey Bikey. You know what I mean? Mikey the
mm,
Bitey. To get out of stuff. It was like, look, no, family, you forget, like, wrestling is real. Wrestling. So see, he reminded me of some other cat I know from my projects. Everybody was cool, but you already know if he grabbed you, it's a rapperoni. You know what I mean? If he grabbed
Right.
and that, you can see the way when Cut was grabbing the turntable, every night he just smash all the turntables out and then push them all back. You know what I mean? So, but Cut real quick. So you was wrestling. So we want to finish how you met with L. Keep that going.
well, yeah. After coming back home, got back into the block party thing, and transferred to City College. That's where me and Lee and
Up in Harlem, yeah.
yeah. So you know, got back into it. Lee was doing his thing up in Harlem, St. Nick Terrace, and I was doing my thing in Queens, and that's how I really started, just with the block parties and all that. And when he got his
Yes.
deal with Def Jam, I was like, man, I didn't believe him actually. So when he got it, I originally, a lot of
You
people
talking
don't
about
know.
L? You talking about L?
Yeah,
Okay.
originally I wasn't the original cut creator.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, from
It was
the
me. It
from
was me. It was me. But go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you. Go ahead.
yeah, but what happened was, I was actually his role manager originally,
Mm.
and then his first show we did in Brooklyn, and the guy that the original cut creator guy was so nervous. He couldn't handle crowds and all that. He couldn't, like, he was nervous, like literally nervous, and
Really?
that's really how it started after the
Wow.
first year. Yeah,
So he,
and
he
that was
gets
in
shook in front of the crowd.
19. Yeah, that was in 83, 83 or 84. I'm not even. I don't remember.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. So what happened? You just say, "Yo, I got it from here."
yeah. I pretty much took it over and ran with it. I
All right,
was
hold on.
with L up to about 10 years ago.
Hold up. I'm gonna read this text that just came in. It says, "Hey man, is that Cut Creator on y'all show right now? Talking about DJ. The person he's talking about, he choked out. He choked that person out. That's how he became the DJ." Yeah. Is
No,
any truth to that?
I'm
no,
sorry.
man, I'm not that
I got
person.
cut out.
I'm
Did
not
you
person.
did you hear that, Pat?
What?
I got a text. The text said, "Is that Cut Creator on the show? The person he talked about that was nervous DJing, he said Cut Creator choked him out. That's how."
No, 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 no. That's not true.
No, listen.
You know, I give that guy props. His name was Philip.
It's not true. I'm just joking. What's his name?
Yeah. His name was Philip, actually.
Phil. It felt good, Phil, to say it, but we know it ain't true, Phil.
Yeah, because that's how. But believe it or not, it was yeah, man. He was a good. I always try to give him his props, man. You know, it was what it was. It is what it is. It's the same situation like Spinderella, pretty much.
Wow.
No, so how was it when you start going on the road and going on tour, man? How was that? How was that feeling? You know, playing
it was
from
cool
all those people.
because you know, we used to go on the road with a group called the Force MDs, Dougie Fresh, Rockman, Dynamic 3. Who was the other group? UTFO. Remember we all used to go on the road
man.
And make about $500 per group, 500 per group, and worked our behinds off.
Hey, let me just say something, man. It's like y'all paved a lot, like for a brand. Y'all paved the way for a lot for the culture, man. You know, it's just even like what's going on. This is my mother. I'm giving her medication this morning. Just take this right here, Mom. Thursday. Don't take anything else, or you will drop like a a bag of potatoes. Thursday.
Tell Mama Molly I said what's going on.
Yeah, Pebble Boo said hi and smile more often.
I do smile.
No, Cut Creator said last time he see you wasn't smiling. But anyway, so Cut, man. So you pretty much, like I said, and I know you've been told this thousands of times. I say, for people that we got on, it's like the stories of, cats coming from, the hoods and the neighborhoods we come from, and was able to get that worldwide exposure or platform, or even help, change and usher in a new music that transform and change the whole world. It's like you were one of the pioneers. You're responsible for playing your role and playing your part. And when you was touching all them stages, give us one experience on the road that really stuck with you, or was like life changing. Even if you was choking somebody out, because those count too. But yeah,
you know what?
I can tell you a funny story. We was on a plane, right, and a brother by the name of Stevie D. Now it was me, Stevie, and let me see who was sitting up there. It was me, Stevie. I don't remember who else, man. But we went through turbulence. I've never seen a grown man scream so much. Grabbing me. Oh man, that was funny. And that's a true story.
Yeah, Steve about to come on too. He got to defend this. He's about to come on too.
That's why it's funny to me that he's in the airport right now.
By himself.
Yo, hey, Steve. Yo, Steve, Cut Creator. We asked Cut Creator for a story, right? Steve, you hear me?
Yeah, what you say?
We asked Cut Creator for a story on the road. He said he got a great story. He said he was on a plane. It was a whole bunch of turbulence, and somebody was screaming like they was in kindergarten, like. He said, "Dude, you know who that person was?" I said, "That's what we told." He said, currently in 2022, he has a white beard. We was like, "Who is he talking about?" He says, "Name has a D connected to it at the end." I said, "Who's definitely like who's he talking about?" He said, "I'm gonna give you a clue. It's say Steve and Pebble. You say D, Stevie D." I said, "Oh."
What up, Cut?
Hey, Steve, you remember that? You remember that, man? We were going through turbulence. I can tell you where we were going. We were going to Jacksonville, Florida. I'll never forget that.
They always got turbulence going to Florida.
It was me, Steve, and somebody else. I can't remember. And we were just talking, and we were some turbulent, man. Steve he was shook.
Yeah, I get scary on planes, man. Man. Coming to planes, man.
Yeah, but man,
Stevie give that serious look.
Hey, yo, Cut. I got a text that just came in. You know what I mean? It's a text that just came in. He said, "Cut." Oh, Cut just disappeared. Where you at, Cut? I'm about to read the
Yeah,
text that just came in, Cut. Said, Cut, would you be kindly enough to show us the sound that he made?
Nah, man. Nah. I'm just joking.
Look, they want to know, was it an alto soprano or bass or alto tone? We got people.
Hey, man, I have
want to
my
know,
brother's
man.
back, man. That's all. I have my brother's back, man. You know.
Yeah.
Shout out to my
I mean,
partner, Lady
but
Rain.
you know,
I
those are
see
the
you,
things.
sis.
But you know what? Those are the things when traveling, man. That and on a serious note, that a lot of people don't understand, man. We got to go through that type of stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know, shady promoters
Yes.
and all kind of stuff. There's a lot to this. Y'all know.
Oh my God, please.
You know, the traveling, messed up traveling.
Shady
I remember,
promoters.
man. I'll tell you the funniest. We were on an upright bus on a tour, man. Like with 8 groups. You know, Roxanne, Shantae, and Shan, and Biz, and the Boogie Boys, the Fly Guy.
Boogie Boys, yeah.
Yeah, we were all on an upright bus that broke down in the middle of the desert somewhere, man.
God,
So
Wow.
you know, it's a lot to this that a lot of people don't understand that we go through, and I mean we literally go through.
What you go
That's
through.
And
scary.
Yes.
you see a lot of times you see the outcome, but you don't see how you get there. You know what I mean? I don't know,
Right.
my camera's
Right.
Desert.
out of line.
Y'all broke down there. Desert? Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's scary. That's
In a
scary right
hillbilly,
there.
some hillbilly town.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
yo, so-
But you know, that's the way it goes. You know, getting
Yeah.
stranded in different cities and all kind of stuff, man. We all been through it, you know. So
That's
it's a lot
Yes.
to it, man. But the show must go on. So we do
Right.
what we have to
Yes,
do.
indeed. Yes,
Hey,
indeed.
hey, so, hey, Steve,
Yeah.
is there any way you could text LA?
LA.
Okay.
Yeah, LA.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop off. I'm gonna
Yeah,
pop off.
Yeah, I know. But just pop off this text and make sure he's good. Yeah, but so look, man, just rock with us with this one, Cut Creator, because Sunshine gonna come on. We just gonna all be on here vibing. But so look, so when you was on the road, that was a good story about the plane. That was a good one right there. So we gonna, we're gonna come up with a sound for Steve since we can't come up with a sound right now. The only thing we could best do to support what our brother Cut Creator said regarding to Steve on the plane is this right here. Yo, I swear to God, man, I never get on the plane again. Yo, Cut, don't tell nobody this happened to me. This is
Oh
just
man,
keep this
that's
between
messed
you.
up, man.
Don't go viral. I don't want it to go viral, man. Yo, Cut, man, why you
Yeah.
laughing? Why you laughing behind the picture, Cut? It's not funny, man. I swear to God. But anyway, yo, Cut, so what I want
That's messed up, man. That's messed up.
Wait a minute. So Cut. So how have you been? What you been doing lately? Like, what do you have? Do you have anything planned this weekend?
No, not at all, man. No. Well, on Friday I got a gig. Friday evening I got a gig, but I'm in town this weekend.
Okay.
Just
But
you
you
in
said
New
you
York?
wasn't.
New York?
Huh?
But
You gonna be in New York this weekend?
no, he said he's gonna be in town, like in Atlanta. But what
Yeah,
I'm
I'll be in
saying is,
Atlanta.
why do you think you have to be invited to come to Rock the Bell?
Well, it's actually funny, man. And I'm, the way that whole situation happened, man, it was not a problem. If it was a problem, I would have told you. I could tell you there's a problem. There was never a
Right.
problem. New management, new people came in, and it was just done like that. Like we're really just done.
You talking about the concert?
No. The relationship with myself and LL.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And that's just the way it happened. I mean, I'm no hard feelings, man. Life moves on, But
Right.
a lot of people wondered what happened, and to me, right now, I still don't know. But I assume, what I assume, and that's the way it is, And I keep it rolling.
Right.
Wow,
Well,
okay,
you
that-
always
that's
been
interesting.
humble.
Well,
always
the
been
thing
humble
is,
in my book.
at first, that situation hurt because you're talking about my life, my life from day one, from college, from
Right.
knowing, 18 years old to, 48, 40,
Damn. Yeah.
48, 49. And, you're talking about my life. And to just get cut off like that, with a lot of heart, blood, sweat, and tears, that was kind of like, it didn't sit me right. But, believing in the higher powers and my spirit, you have to shake that loose and just keep moving. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, but I didn't know nothing about a cutoff. I didn't know nothing.
Yeah, me either. I ain't. But if you had to take,
if you see, aren't you? Wait a minute, aren't you on the show on Saturday?
Who?
No.
Is the Force on the show?
No, we plan on going, but we
look at the
lineup.
The lineup, LL Cool J featuring somebody else. So, that's what it is.
Wow.
But let me ask you something. If you had to take just out of the wild guess, what would you think the reason would be?
Divide and conquer. People come in. People come in and get between and block the true friendship, the true nature of everything. Me and Els cool. We just played together at the the Hall of Fame, and all that was beautiful.
Yeah, because when he was on the boat, you played with him on the boat too, right?
Yeah, that was a week later.
That's why I'm like, when you said was it invited?
That was the last time, and that was the last time I ever played with him.
But I'm saying, but do you think you need to be invited? I don't think you need to be invited, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure if you walked in there,
the way the new management and stuff is, yeah.
Really?
No, let me tell you something. I'm pretty positive if you showed up there, it's impossible for them to turn a blind eye. Like I don't think nobody would do that. I don't think nobody would say that. It's impossible.
Well, hey, listen, and you know what, Khalil, it would be amazing and great too to be invited, to be asked to come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that too.
Not to be
in suspense. You know what I mean?
A second thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's it would be nice to be invited to, not to just pop up and. First of all, I don't roll. I've never rolled like that. So
yeah, me either. I don't roll like that either. I don't roll like that either. I agree with you with the invited thing. You got to be either invited or not. You know what I mean? I gotta know.
That's what I'm saying. And especially on my dime. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If I got to pay for it,
I get you.
But and I wish everybody in this camp the best. And like I said, I just wasn't invited and wasn't asked to partake in the Rock the Bells. I did do a mix on his the station on 4th of July. Which was cool. Yeah. He gave me some props then. But like I said, man, when you
But they reached out to you. They reached out to you?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I get it. Well, I'm gonna try to reach out to him because I need to be on the show. We need to have a show on Rock the Bells.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. I wish everybody the best. I'm not a hater, I just wish everybody the best. Everybody get some food while it's out there, get that bread because you guys know as an artist, it's hard, man, and we're not getting any younger, so a lot of times, we still have to prove ourselves and we're seasoned vets, Yo.
Cut. I'm gonna show you something, Cut. Let me show you something. Hold on.
While she's showing you, our guest just came on. This brother right here, you see him? LA Sunshine from the Treacherous 3, right here. Funky Fresh in the Flesh. He's right in the building right now. And to my knowledge, a Cut creator.
Yo, Cut, look.
Yes, sir.
Can you see that?
Okay.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
to Chill Will. Yeah,
That's
she
cool.
made this to Chill Will.
I actually made these headphones to Chill Will.
Hey, LA,
Hey, what's
LA?
going
What's
on,
up, bro?
LA?
What's going on, y'all?
Yeah,
How you
yeah.
doing?
Hey,
LA
LA, I'm gonna
Turf
tell you
Shop.
what happened. Well, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Look, so you're on the same page. You wondering why Cut Creator's on here right now, right? What happened?
Mm.
Cut said, "Yo, if LA don't come on time, I'm gonna body slam." I said, "Yo, hold, don't
Nah,
put
man.
that out in the
LA's
air
been a
like that."
good dude,
No.
man.
I said, "LA is a red belt in Harlem. It's called Harlem Fu. He's a red belt in Harlem Fu." I said, "You don't want to do this, man. He's a red belt in
That's all
Harlem
good.
Fu." But no,
Nah.
Man, LA's been a good dude, man. You
yo,
know,
LA, it's a pleasure to
it's
see you,
funny.
brother.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. I apologize. I was supposed to have been on a little earlier. I just got my times mixed up because I'm out of the country, and I just got the hour. I'm an hour behind you guys, and
It's only an hour.
Hey, Steve, look at LA. He in Cancun, right?
I know. I like that shirt you got on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop it, L. Stop it, LA. Stop it,
you know, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But this is how crazy it is. Let me keep it 100 with you. Like when I realized that I was an hour behind, I'm not even dressed. I'm just turning over, and I'm like, oh wow, let me grab. This the shirt I had on last night, bro. I just threw the shirt on. So I ain't even, I ain't falsely flaking on this, but I appreciate the compliment. But this is so yesterday.
So you in Cancun then, right?
Yeah. I'm at my niece's wedding.
Oh, that's what's up,
Nice.
man.
Congratulations,
Nice.
congratulations to her,
Yeah,
man.
no doubt. That was
Congratulations.
beautiful. She had a beautiful ceremony yesterday, and I wish her and her husband, the best, much success in their marriage. But they're doing fine,
Yes,
and the wedding was phenomenal. Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Wow.
In LA, man. I don't know if they even said it, man. You a guy with so many hats. Everybody just think that they don't know. They don't know if you're just a rapper. You're a choreographer. You're a coach, an author,
movie
you're
director.
a host. Because
he wrestles and he slap boxes. But yeah, keep going. Keep going.
I had the pleasure. Actually, had the pleasure of being with LA in a movie called Teenage Story.
Right. Yeah, I did link you with that joint. Right, I forgot about that. Yes, sir.
I know I'm gonna pop off and pop back in because I'm coming for that. But listen, LA, what I really admire about you, man, because I see just when you on tour with Kumo D, how you put a lot of that choreography together, man. You just blew that show up. It's like Kumo D in New Edition.
Thank you. That's dope. I appreciate it. But I've always from a choreographic standpoint, I've always wanted to implement that, and I thought it to be very, very important when you're performing. Just when you're doing a show, and y'all cats know that, doing a show, the last thing you want to do, and not to besmirch or speak badly about anybody, the last thing you want to do is look and sound like the same person that just got off stage. And it's hip hop. In hip hop, it's easy to do that because you're gonna get on and say, "All right, everybody say ho," and it becomes redundant. So we from our inset, like when we got into hip hop, the very first dance steps we made was off of Michael Jackson joint. So I know y'all can relate to that. We did, I Want You Back, and that was in 1980. So it was like a paramount. Like, no, we dancing. I mean, even though Kay wasn't, especially Kay wasn't feeling too keen about that because Kay had 2 left feet at the time. But I thought it was very, very important, and still to this day. I think it's important to incorporate as much into your performance as possible. That's why I take it as seriously.
Shout out to Mighty Mike C who rocks with you, man. He does a great job with you.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Yes, the Fearless 4. Shout out to the Fearless 4. Now, LA, man. Like I said, besides the rap, man, you got such a you wear a lot of hats, man. So you kind of little. I don't know if you noticed, but LA could ball. That boy got ball like AI. Don't sleep.
That's why he became a basketball coach. He was a basketball coach.
I appreciate it. I appreciate all that, but that's LA. You used to ball. I'm I ain't doing none of that. I ain't doing none of that. I can play if I had to. If I got to play safe, if I got to save my life, I can run up and down. But I ain't trying to do that. I'm good at pointing now. I'm pointing at you do. Yeah, you go there.
Hey, LA, did you know that Cut Creator was a master wrestler? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he went. Yeah, he was wrestling tournaments. The whole, just real talk. Is that correct, Cut Creator? Is that correct?
Yeah. A lot of I don't even know if LA knew that me and Lee played on the same basketball team.
No, I wasn't aware of
Me
that
and Easy
either.
Lee.
No.
Yeah, we played City College together. Yeah.
What? No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Small world, man.
Lee's
Very
funny.
small world. Right here in City College, man. You should have told me. That's
Yeah.
right. A stone
I
throw
lived
away
right
from
on
where we grew up at.
while I was there, huh?
In St. Nick.
Yeah, I lived 125th in St. Nick. You know, right before you go up the hill up on
Yeah,
26.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And let me
The
call
Bill
it
Rags
the bougie building. It's two buildings right there on 25th, between 25th and 26th Street. That most cats.
the bum building.
Okay, I got you. But you know what I'm
that
talking
one
about.
on
The two
the
bougie
corner
buildings.
was the bougie building.
Yeah,
Hey, Steve, when you was gone, when Cut was on, when Cut Creator was on, Cut said that when LL and Cool Mo D was going at it, him and Easy Lee, they was playing ball, they was having picnics, they was on, they was just
He was cool with it, like
living life to the fullest and stuff like that.
He's like,
I mean, but the big misnomer with the Mo and LL thing, cats think they was at each other's neck, like they was walking around with pistols and looking for each other, like they wonder. There was none of that. We ran into them cats a couple of times,
we toured,
and we just have a beautiful that right, exactly. And every time we ran into it and shared the same space, I find it really, really funny because both of them could do was just laugh. And just laugh hysterically, both of them. Like, that's all they could do. I don't think they even had a good conversation, but they'll get like if they bump into each other in front of the hotel or something, and we about to get on our buses or whatever, just they'll look at each other and go, ah, and just have a whole fallout laugh.
I mean, it was nothing like
but
you know what? The crazy part is, the way music is now, it's so crazy. I'm literally scared for these young brothers that have beef,
man,
because it's not like before,
Yeah.
I think laughing is taboo now. Like you can't, if you laugh, you lose some cred. That's what's crazy about the music. You can't even laugh. Like you can't. No, I mean he's soft. I can't mess with him. He's soft, but
right now, I think rap, some rap, not all rap, but some rap and Fortnite got something in common. It's a mixture there, man. Because a lot of rappers play the video games, man, and the Fortnite thing, people is really shooting people, man. It's really getting to these teenagers now and rappers. They just it's that thing in them, man. Like it's like easier for these kids to really kill somebody now. Like back then, man, it's like they really feel that because you got to think that's a violent game, man.
To try my best to not get off on a tangent, like we have not. I mean, reality has not morphed into fantasy. Fantasy has morphed into reality.
Right.
So that's commonplace for people. Like everything that most people do, well, a lot of things that most people do is based on their fantasy or their perception of what their fantasy is. So if you living and breathing and eating those games, that's what you're going to turn into. You are what you eat. You are what you consume. And if people are doing nothing but consuming fantasy, you're 100% right. Though they live in Fortnite. Like this, Fortnite is real life.
Right.
That's it. That's real.
Well, what I want to say,
what
I want to talk about, LA, is about the stage and your film directing. I think you did. I told you this before. I think you did a phenomenal job, and you said you had something new coming soon, right?
It's on the back burner now. I had to, again. I mean, part of who I am is not that I'm not taking no shorts, but I'm not going to sell myself short. And if I don't think whatever it is that I'm aspiring to accomplish is going to meet the criteria of what my expectations are, I'm gonna just slide back a little bit. So I had to push that to the back of the table. Yeah.
Okay, let me say this because I know I'm a pop on and pop off. I already see this about to happen. But look, I gotta say, LA, just all your hats you wear, and of course, a lot of people know you from the legendary rap trio, Treacherous 3. but y'all set so many trends of rappers, lyricism, to all these new rappers. This is where it all came from. Treacherous 3, Melly Mel, some of the rappers that really like put the lyricism into the game and made it fly and just set y'all feeling sport also. Like I'm just saying, being from Staten Island, the borough of Staten Island, man, y'all really woke everybody up, man. They first heard y'all, man. Rock the body. They was like, yo, who the hell are these dudes right here?
Yeah.
Khalil, am I right, Khalil?
Yeah. We was looking for y'all, man. We was looking for y'all. You know what I
appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
I don't think we made a conscious effort to try to do that. It might even sound more bloviating or more bigging up. Like we're more souped up in the sense that I'm going to try to share it, because we didn't say, all right, we got to make sure we're some of the best lyricists and we're doing that. We did exactly what came natural of. Like it makes no sense for me to this day, like to put together a routine, a rhyme, or a recording that you're not going to push the boundaries of in every aspect. So I mean, our first song we did was the new rap language, was the fast rap, and that was the very first song we did in '79. And most people was like, "Yo, they done changed the game." I'm like, "We just getting in it, basically."
Right.
We ain't even start yet. Like, but I definitely take it as a compliment, because some of the stuff that we raised the lyrical bar in terms of being able to have some lyrics and execute it. I mean, I agree, and I don't think it gets as much. It's not touted as much as it's not recognized the way it should be. I don't think, but that doesn't shake me at all.
I think that's pretty much the seed of Bone Thugs and Harmony and cats like that. Y'all was the seed of that whole speed rapping. Just no one was doing. Twista and all these
back
guys.
In Cancun and
they probably do a little different.
Let me ask Cut Creator. What do you think about the Treacherous 3, LA, and all that stuff? Because I wrote all the rhymes. What do you think about them?
Coming, in that era, you get these flyers, and the flyers would be like Harlem World and all those places. And we used to take the train down there to see these guys. And back then the tapes would, I don't know how, but the tapes would be all over that quick.
The records.
People would record inside there and be like, "Did you hear that tape? Or the Treacherous 3 or the Disco 4 or the Crash Crew?" And we would get those tapes, and then like me, I would piece them together. So when I went to school with the box, I had everybody, and they were like, "Oh, how did you get that?"
Yeah, that's bold.
We traveled. And LA could probably remember a place called Broadway International.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
146 in Broadway. Was one of my favorite places of all time.
The Broadway International. See a little tidbit of information, and I don't be knowing the stuff until somebody brings it to me or makes me revisit it.
Right.
Broadway International, my first, New Edition's very first show ever, before they did Roseland, as documented in the documentary, was me and Mr. Magic and Mike C's birthday party at Broadway International the day before they did Roseland. That was their very first show. Their very first show was my birthday party. So I had a mainstay at Broadway International. That was walking distance from my crib. I lived in Broadway.
That's why I had a
birthday party there.
I'm gonna tell you, I used to DJ Broadway International with Scott LaRock. Me and Scott LaRock used to.
Wow.
Yeah, and Howie D. Howie D was awesome.
Howie D.
Yeah.
So LA, I'm assuming New Edition's song Candy Girl, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
that's what they had. That was it.
Yeah, we in court right now. That's where we in court with my royalties. Oh, but good.
For Candy Girl too.
Yeah, for Candy Girl. Yeah. I wrote the part. You are my world. That's my part. I wrote in there. I wrote "You are my world." Right. Yeah. So yeah, hold on. Y'all did hear that in the song, right? You are my
Right,
world.
yes,
Yeah, that's
yes.
my shit right there. So yeah, so we in
It's
court. We've been
deep litigation.
hey, LA, we've been in court for 30 years, but like it looked like it's gonna settle right now. I think because
Yeah.
I think what happened
Now I
was
remember they
Cut
doing that
Creator
part.
went and grabbed the judge and kind of like body slammed the judge. So I think we got some leeway going on here. So the wrestling lessons is a blessing. You know what I mean?
I remember. No, they definitely wait, but keep it. But they might have skipped that part.
Hey.
No, wait, all right, let me stop. Let me stop.
Don't you start that bullshit, LA. Don't you start that bullshit. I know you're on Cam Cool. The weather's hot. The weather's hot, and you just want to start that.
Yeah.
No, leave my little part. I've been 30 years in court for the "You Are My World." Just leave it alone, man.
All right,
it took me 2 years to convince. It took me 2 years to convince Cut Creator to grab the judge up. He was like, "Nah, I might go. I said, just grab the goddamn judge and body slam it real quick, man." So he did it. So we got some leeway now. But watch this.
Man, I got
you. LA, man. Let me just say something, because we was asking Cut a couple of questions earlier. And Cut he's a surprise guest just came on, and this is beautiful to have both of y'all on there. So
Yes.
I was asking Cut earlier, like, when your record first hit the radio and airwaves and you started to go out of town, what was that experience like to, hear other people in other cities, knowing the words to the song and rapping and really being like, receptive to the music? What was that feeling like being young? Because these are things that experiences that you'll never forget. What was that like, LA?
Initially coming out the gate, remember, like I said, we started, man, in 70. Started dabbling in 77. We started traveling in 1979, in 80, right? At the very, very beginning. And when I say traveling, I'm talking about leaving the city, leaving the tri-state area. I don't even consider us doing the tri-state area. Not that I belittle it or besmirch it in any sense, but I'm talking about getting in the car, going on the road. We went on the road in 1980. We got in a station wagon that Bobby Robinson for Enjoy Records. And we had a cat that came and escort a chauffeur that drove us all the way downtown. We went down North Carolina, South Carolina. We made about 8 stops. We was on a tour with One Way, a group called One Way, Double Dutch, Cat. But long story short is, when we got the very first time we were on stage or on performance, they were expecting a band. We were the only group on that stage that did not have a band. So when we did Body Rock, like they wanted to hear that track, boom, 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 boom. Well, they want to hear that. They want to hear it live and see somebody playing it. And when they see nobody playing it, they're like, "Where y'all band at? Y'all ain't got no band." Like, "Oh, what you mean band? What you talking about? Easy Me right there. That's the band." We had a crash course into performing and touring that way. But by the third, I think it was by the third show, because our record was the hottest at the time. That's why they had us on the show. I mean, on the card. By the third performance, we were in the mix. We was in the loop in terms of how to finesse and turn that crowd against from expecting us to be a band, a group, to being, this is what hip hop is. And it just taught me a valuable lesson that had we got deterred from doing it just based on what their perceptions of what we were supposed to be had been, if all of us early hip hop cats would have done it, hip hop would not have had as much sustainability that it. But it was very fun. It was a lot of fun while we were bringing it, going through those trials and tribulations on that tour right there. That was the first tour. They broke into the car, stole the DJ equipment.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, man. This is enough for a movie, man. Then this is real talk.
So what city was that in?
And I'm a blow.
What city?
I think it was in Greensville,
North Carolina.
I think it was in Greensville. I want to say Greensville, North Carolina. I want to say Greensville. It might have been Greensboro.
Let me call my cousin up and see if they still got that shit. Hold on.
No, keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. No. And I'll give you one. I'll give you one that's going to turn your table around, though.
Go ahead.
Mo D got arrested.
What?
Mo D got arrested. Yeah, he got arrested. Mo got arrested. Yeah, he got arrested on that tour because and we got no time. Look, we like I said, we kids. We 100% just wet behind the ears, kids. And we wanted to do it more than anything else. We wanted to drive the car because we little kids. We don't know how to drive yet. We want to drive. So when we pull the car up into the hotel, in the motel, we get the keys. We go in the car. And we just driving around the parking lot. Right? That's all we doing. Just driving around the parking lot, like me and Mo, just me in the car, just driving around the parking lot. A police car sees us. I don't even know how he know any of that. He's seen us riding around the parking lot. We seen him back up. He come into the pool. He comes into the yard, the garage. I mean, the parking lot of the hotel. And Mo try to back the car up and put it in the parking space and sped up and almost bust into the motel window. Right?
Oh
Mo
my
jump out the
God!
car and run. I jump out the car and run. The cop come and he start chasing us.
Holy moly, guacamole!
The motel. I ran into the hotel, bro. I jumped in the pool. I couldn't even swim. I jumped in the pool and I was holding my hands up like this, like this, while I'm watching him chase Mo. He chased Mo. Mo. This is real talk. Every word of it is the truth. Every word of it is the truth. I get out the water. I'm fronting like, I'm like I was swimming, or I don't know nothing about what's going on. I'm drying myself off, and by the time I get to the room, they in front of the room with the police, and Mo is, they done dialed. I was in the room with him, blah blah blah, and this Lee and I think Kay was blazing or stuff. I don't, they was, talking, and when I'm coming up, so Cat didn't see me in the car. He saw Mo. He was after Mo. Long story short is they snatched Mo up, put Mo in handcuffs, took Mo to the jail, and we had to go and bail him out with the bread that we had. He stayed in jail for about 2-3 hours, and the cop told Mo, said, "Yeah, it's really dark out here, man. You can get lost out here real quick." So I mean, it's funny, but I mean that was a harrowing experience. But that's something that most people don't know. That was our very first tour.
Hey, listen. When you was telling that story, I was looking at Cut Creator, and I'm good at reading minds. You know what I mean? I studied in high school about how to read minds. He was thinking when you was telling that story, he had a soundtrack. He had Roy Ayers, Shooby Doo, run, Shooby Doo, run.
Looking back, it's hilarious.
But the funny part that I was listening to LA say, we all went through that same situation with the turntables and
thank you.
Yo, what is it? Where's your band at? It's funny. I'm laughing at that. I heard the same story from Curtis Blow. I've heard, the story from every group. When you go down south.
What's interesting, what I was going to say is what's interesting about that is that the fact that we all had to go through that, we helped make that transition. We had to turn hip hop into being a viable commodity. We had to make it a viable commodity. We didn't just come out the gate and hip hop. Oh, all right, go ahead. No, especially down south. I'm down south, cats. They want to hear some good old funk music. They want to see a bass guy doing it.
Right.
And we ain't had nobody doing it.
Yeah. So I remember we were on kind of the same tour, like same type of tour. It was LL, Climax, RJ's latest arrival.
Wow, I remember that tour.
And Starpoint, the group Starpoint. And they were looking at us like we were like lower than low, they were like, and what and who are you and what do y'all do?
Right.
That's how we got treated.
Right.
I mean, we got treated like that, and you had to, show and prove, and you kind of rise above that.
Hey, LA and Cut Creator. We had Master G on here like a month ago from the Sugar Hill. Now he said some real crazy shit. It was real funny. He said when they was in Europe, because he said it was like the first time people in Europe witnessed and seen rappers. He said they was like aliens. He said they would be rocking, singing the song, sweating and everything. The crowd would they wouldn't clap. They would just look at them like this. Look, like what are these niggas doing? But they didn't say that. They didn't say that. What are these niggas doing?
I know what you mean.
But what he said was after the show, they was like, great show. This was the best show ever. But the whole time they stood there like this. Look, Could you pass the Great Poupon, sir? They
Yeah.
sat there real quiet like that. You know what I'm saying? But then after the show, they was like, "Yo, these guys are phenomenal." Blah 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 blah. And he was like, he didn't know. He said that was the first time they ever seen rap or a rapper.
Look,
you know what I mean?
bro, it don't get no more gratifying than being in the onset of it. Like, you know, we're transitioning, and at the risk of sounding a little bit too over the top with it, we were in the process of changing the world.
That's a fact. No,
That's what we were in the process of doing. We were changing the world, so we navigate through it just like the audiences were navigating through it. Like we were, in our mind's eye, we were polished from a performance perspective, but we weren't polished on how it was going to be received, what worked best, what going through getting jerked and getting paid. Like you know, and you know, all of them old school doo-wop groups, when they would go to them nickel and dime stores, back nickel and dime stops, when they were performing and get jerked and wouldn't get paid. The Teddy Powell, he was a major producer, a promoter back then at the time. He tried not to pay us. For that whole tour, he tried not to pay us. And they were like, yo, the word Teddy gonna pay you. And me being who I was, I walked into Teddy Powell, and I didn't even know who the gentleman was at the time, but he was big time at then. He had a little clout, but it make no difference. You got my bread. I'm coming to see you, bro.
Absolutely.
Like, and I went in his office, and he got goons standing there like, what are we gonna do with this little nigga? Like, I could see that kind of vibe because I'm from home. I get it. I know what that is.
Right.
Like, bro, it's been 3 days. It's 3 shows. Give me my money, man. Now don't worry about it. I get to you when we get to the next city. Bro, I'm not leaving. You give me my money. And the cat that took us down there, named Spanky, who was Bobby Robinson's partner. Well, one of his guys. Took us to he was like, yo, man, you can't talk to no Teddy Powell like that, man. Teddy Powell will have us all buried out around him. Man, I don't give a about no Teddy Powell. Teddy Powell got my bread, and he gonna pay me. So those kind of going through that, I wasn't expecting to have to put on a that kind of vest, but like I guess Steve said, I wear many hats, but all of that was part of the learning process. Like, I ain't had no pistol, no nothing, but I'm just headstrong like that. And when I'm being treated unjustly, I'm going to stand up for mine. Always. I've always been that way. And back then I was even more of a hothead than I was. Like, I didn't even think to myself, well, this could be a little dangerous. Like, they could find me buried under this club. I didn't even think that wasn't even in my mind. I'm like, bro, you got my money and you're going to give it to me, or I'm going to punch you in your mouth.
Yeah. When you're young, you don't do stuff.
Hey, cut. Y'all had experiences like that on the road. What's up, Reggie? You know what I mean? Y'all had experience like that on the road, right?
Oh yeah.
We had to do a triple body slam. Just give us a
well,
triple
actually,
body slam.
remember, I was road manager and DJ in the beginning. So I would collect the money and put it all, in different places on, all in my socks and different.
Yeah.
And then eventually, what I ended up doing, we never left the hotel until you give me the money, and then I would lock it in either safe deposit box or something like that. And we're not even talking about a lot of money, man. We're talking maybe $1,000.
Right.
Maybe 500. If 500 deposit. So we're not even talking a lot of money. But back then, it was a lot of money to us. And so you had these gangsters, you had these criminals, all kind of people that were promoters. It was rough, man. And being
I don't call them promoters, I call them exploiters. They were exploiters.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure was.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. Let me just say something, just to add on to what LA just said. It's to this day we still run into these promoters that they think they determining your value, because in this business here, you're gonna get what you negotiate. At the end of the day, it's like some people would this that but you're gonna get what you negotiate, and there's some people that who love to have you bless their platforms, but then you get these little slicksters and they think they doing you a favor and this and that. Let me since we talking about stories, I got stories all day. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you. I got some stories for y'all. But I'm gonna hit y'all with one. I'm gonna hit y'all with, because I'm a humble dude. I'm gonna hit you with one. Nigga played me like Monopoly. Yo, let me tell you something. We was in Memphis, Tennessee, bro.
Okay.
And this is my brother TC was alive. Rest in peace. You know what I mean? And
rest in peace to
I I've been around the block with my father, like yo, me and my father, we would get at you, we would fight you anywhere. I don't care where you at. Me and my father, that's how we was getting down. You know what I mean? So long story short, my father wasn't there on this one. I'm holding it down. So I'm saying, I said, yo, we can't go on to the dude pay us, man. Everybody's the guy, yo, come on, y'all ready now? And, everybody get caught in the moment. I'm like, nah, you can't go on now. You gotta pay up first. You gotta pay up. Let me tell you something. Everybody running on the stage, and I have to follow suit. But I'm like, love is a house. Like, in my mind, this nigga, love is a house. LA, you know what I'm saying? So look, so the show was over, and immediately go hunting for this dude. He is LA. He is nowhere to be found. You hear me? I'm like, oh shoot! Now what's happening is a couple other acts went on. Now he's still nowhere to be found. And I'm like, yo, where's this dude? So I'm telling my brother, I said, yo, man, I said, this dude's trying to, he's trying to do a monkey dance on us. He's trying to get up out of here. He's trying to do a monkey dance. And so now the place is really leaving. I'm breaking down all equipment and stuff. And sure enough, I seen him. He was like on the other side. He like talking to somebody. So I jogged up on him. I said, good brother. I said, yo, ma. I said, you didn't give us that balance, brother. He said, oh, I'm gonna get him. I said, no, it's no get. I said, it's no get, bro. I said, you supposed to give it before we got on stage. I said, what are you doing? I'm like, where we going with this? Yo, he pulled out a big gun on me. You hear me? Because look, I was talking monkey shit. I'm like, yo, you bitch ass. I'm like, you bitch ass motherfucker. Blah blah blah. That nigga pulled out a big monkey. Was like, silent nights. Yo, Al,
a big gun.
I was like, just look. I said, yo, man, you gotta pay us, man. He said, man, you just get out if I shoot you, blah, 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 blah. And I ain't gonna front. It's like, at that time, I said, you know what? I don't think I'm ready to die. You know what
I mean? Right. Smart decision.
Yeah,
decision.
I'm gonna take this L, and I just want everybody to know that, I got caught out there. But that dude.
I mean, we all have at one time or another, man.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I had dreams of just riding back to Memphis, finding that nigga. Just had dream like nightmares. There he goes. I see you, nigga.
But see, we should have knew. We should knew that was the case because, lo and behold, we got jerked in the city. Like that's just part of the process. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was promoters in Harlem world that tried to jerk us. It was promoters that did, skating rinks that would short us $500, a night. I ain't gonna call nobody. I ain't gonna call none of the local names cats out. But they was just as ugly in terms of, conniving as everybody. Right. They know what they were doing. And, so it's good because it was part of the learning process. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your feet wet, man, and going on the road and going through those trials and tribulations. It did nothing but hone our craft from a business perspective. Knowing having a different kind of business acumen and knowing how to appreciate taking care of the business as well as we were learning how to hone our craft as artists and performers. So
listen,
it's all good. I'll take it with a grain of salt.
When I was out there, listen, when I got paid in the envelope was like this thick. And I was like, oh my God, I am so rich. And then I get home.
Right.
And it's
yeah, you already know. You already know.
20 singles.
You already know. Trust me, you already know. I think that was part of the jerk people handbook. They gotta make sure they have stacks of singles.
Yes.
Because the perception is this part of the handbook. They make sure that you get some singles tonight. You make sure you have some singles.
Yes. And you know what's so sad?
I think it was cool.
I was with Kool Herc. You know what I'm saying? I was one of the Herculoids. So I knew I was gonna be straight because I'm with them. No, I still got the singles. I still got the singles.
Hey, yo, I remember.
I think.
Now, get.
I think the funniest part of all that when a promoter said, "Yo, let me holler at you for a minute." You know, when they
my
approach you.
God, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Armstrong?
Yeah, you know it.
Oh my God.
Right. See, Armstrongs and the likes, and come on.
Yes.
Come on,
Yes.
man.
Yes.
Yo,
Let me holler at you, man.
Yo, hold on. Let me tell you something that happened recently. I'm gonna keep y'all. This is it. Look, we gonna iron the wrinkles out with this shit here. Look, watch this. Look, yo, LA. We was in
Yes, sir.
Jacksonville, Florida. You hear me? And
Okay.
and I'm hoping the promoter listen to it. You big tic tac, double wax, sausage glue to the back of your neck, nigga. Now watch this. Look, yo. Let me tell you something. Look, we had Steve confirmed this. Look, we in Jacksonville, and we at the hotel, and we wait for the promoter to bring the bread over. We said we ain't leaving the hotel until you bring the bread over. So you remember, right, Steve?
I remember.
Oh man, so it started raining and this and that and this and that, this and that, and so I'm like, yo, is this dude gonna bring the bread over? So before you know it, it's like, yo, it's a waiting game, like a chess. No, it turned into a chess game. I mean, it turned into a chess game. The game was this. Look, could I get these cats to come out here without me paying them, to get us to the venue without us paying? You know what I mean? And if I can get them to get you the venue, that's step one on the chessboard. Step two is, can I get them to get on that stage while I'm on, without getting that bread? So we wait, and it rained and it stopped raining. And the dude said, oh, look, this is the line. He said, LA, he said, look, we got your bread. He said, we got your bread, but you got to meet us at the venue. All right? You with me,
I swear they know. They're saying that's all part of the hustle handbook.
The nigga was a chess player 101. So we go to the venue. But I know how the chess game is going. We get to the venue, and we waiting. Y'all go on and after this person. I'm like, yo, we ain't going on till you give us the bread, bro. You gotta put the bread in our hand. And let me tell you something. Before you know it, the show was going on. Follow me, LA. Follow me, Cut Creator.
Yeah.
The show was going on, and they said, "Oh, the police said we got to shut it down. We got to shut it down. Blah blah blah. It's going beyond the curfew time." So now we in the parking lot, no bread, no what you call. So I said, I said, so right now, I said, we got the hot potato in our hand. We got the hot potato because we way out here. Okay. We at the venue. Right. This nigga didn't pay us yet. We stuck crazy glue on our hand and put on this nigga's neck like this. Look, listen, wherever you go, we're following you, nigga. Right. Am I lying, Steve? Right. We went all the way to this little. We don't know where he was at. This little area. We waiting for. We had to wait till his man came, and his man had to pay us. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you crazy, man? You got us flown over here. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm just being righteous, dude. But if I had some of my lefty cats with me, we'd have dragged the white meat out of his face. You know what I mean? I don't bring the lefties. I don't bring the lefties with us because we all be getting locked up. You know what I mean? But man, but at the end of the day, he paid us, and we lived happily ever after that.
but they will definitely try you though, because even if when you get paid, you got to worry about getting shorted. Like, it's just so many levels to it. Like, you got to get, we ain't really make the dough the way we were supposed to.
Yeah, and they ain't got nothing to do with y'all. They ain't got nothing
to do with me.
Right.
They had nothing to do with me, man. We made an agreement, and I want you to fulfill your agreement. But I mean, we can go on for days with those kind of stories, man. And looking back, I mean, unfortunately, me and my crew, we prided ourselves on. We looked for the funny. Whatever was funny, we gravitate to that more than anything. Like, we just want to laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just want to, and I know that sounds a little corny, but that's the truth. Like, when we be on tour, and cats would look at us and say, these cornballs, all they do is laugh all day. Getting off the bus, on the bus, that's all they do is laugh.
Hey, LA, the whole deal is, at that Florida show, we didn't even have to perform, got paid without performing.
Yeah, yo, listen.
Like, they took a free trip to Florida. Was that the event?
Right, okay.
All dressed, about to get on stage, never got on stage, but the dude paid us. He paid us, and we just flew back home, man.
Yeah,
listen, get it the way we get it.
Yeah, yo, but listen, it wasn't no easy task, boy. We had to we had to crip walk this nigga down. You know what I mean? You know,
right. But I mean, it's something.
You know, and a lot of those times, a lot of those times you had to play games with them. Like prime example, if they got your rooms for you, I would have to switch. I would switch rooms.
See?
Or make them do different keys. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of stuff that you had to do with these cats.
Yes.
Like you couldn't they couldn't give you like 5 rooms. Like, nah, dude, I ain't going there. Or even like if I'm real shady, I would switch hotels.
Okay.
Or we go straight to the airport, you know.
Yeah, but it makes a lot of sense because I'm gonna tell you, a lot of us, whether we realize it or not, we took a lot of big risks in other cities. Because it's just like when I think about my man Khalil, that was with New Edition, the road manager at the time, how he got set up. You know what I mean? You remember that, right? Remember he got set up in the elevator. You remember that, right, Cut?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm saying that was the kind of play. Some of these promoters, you know, they do it in the street.
They do that, right?
Yeah,
right.
They do. Yeah. They give you that bread, and they be like, "Yo, I just gave him the bread. He at the hotel. Go get him."
They got Tony, right? They got Tony around the corner waiting to follow you when you get in your car. Like,
you know,
get that bread back.
Yeah, and you be like, "Yo, what happened? You know, you in a whole other city, whole other town." You know, they're getting you, and they getting you with in LA. They're getting you with an accent, man. I'm gonna break you off, something, man.
right.
Hey, listen, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta get my joint to get to Poconos. But hey, man, thank you, man, on my behalf. I know you're gonna talk to you for a couple more minutes. Coming through, my brother. You're my brother, man. You always, man. And we still want to talk to you about definitely talking for the ceremony, the street name ceremony. If you're in town.
Okay.
Definitely come through.
Okay.
Definitely love you. Say some
Let's
words.
Make it happen. Nah, man. Come on, man. For my family, y'all cats been my family from day one, man. The very first time I heard, you know, y'all intros like, oh, nah, that's what it is, because that's where our mindset was. We was, you know, more than just rappers. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to sing, dance, rap, and act. You know what I'm saying? So we to have some cats that were actually singing, and it was considered hip hop. Nah, I appreciated that and embraced it from day one, man. Y'all always been brothers and will be. Anything I could do for y'all.
Yeah, man. Wow.
Beautiful.
Crazy.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, man. Yo, like a
Luke,
gift, man.
Yeah. I see y'all. I gotta go, y'all.
All right. Stevie, see you when we get here.
Love you, yo. Love you, bro. Love you.
All right.
Hey, yeah. So look, man. So I don't know if y'all know, Pebbly. She didn't want me to tell y'all, but is it okay to tell him, Pebbly?
I don't know. What is it
right.
to tell him?
All right, so I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna leave it alone because the way Cut looked at me like, please tell me. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna say nothing right now. So I'm gonna let it go. and LA gave LA gave me the look like, I don't mind, let it out. You know what I mean? So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna let it go. We ain't even gonna go there.
Oh, we ain't even gonna
go there. But yo, listen, let me just say why we got both of y'all on here. If y'all, whoever's just tuning in, just listening, a lot of people y'all came on. We got the legendary LA Sunshine for the Treacherous 3, and we got the legendary DJ Cut Creator. LL's DJ with all the platinum records that he traveled with LL for years. You know what I mean? He is that DJ. Him and LL, they did the damn thing. They walk the dogs. You know what I mean? They walk the dog. And you know, and everybody out there that's listening right now, you know, it takes a certain mind and a certain level of commitment to be what these gentlemen morphed into being, you know what I mean, as, you know, musical, you know what I mean, legends, because it's that commitment. You got to be committed to this because it's going to, you know, and your passion got to be strong, and it's going to be a lot of dream killers, you know what I mean, on every corner, making you believe you can't do it. And you know, once you do it and once you experience what they experience and travel around the world, you understand that, you know, whatever you really want to do, you can make it happen. And right now, just to know that these guys are still in the game, still doing what they want to do musically and still doing it, it's a beautiful thing, man, because like LA said earlier, both of them didn't know that they was help shaping and crafting this whole hip hop industry that
Right.
billion-dollar industry that done took over the whole world right now. And I'm just keeping it real. Even as LA and even as Cut Master Creator don't want to admit it, I was the one that taught LA how to rhyme and rap. I was the one that taught Cut Creator how to DJ. But these things will never go in the history books. These things will never go in the history book because that's what brothers do to each other, y'all. Brothers do that, and all this love I'm sharing. Both of them, I'm listening, Cut. I'm listening as your brother who you ain't giving no love to, and just let them know that I taught you how to cut. Because when Cut created, when his first DJ, one of his hands, his left pinky was stiff, and I had to keep moving do like this. Eventually, he got that shit popping.
Oh my God!
Cut.
Hey man, but on a serious note, I think guys like y'all for the platform that you're producing here, because even though we're joking and having a great time, and it's always good to see y'all, but there's a seriousness on what you just said, because I remember one time I was doing this I guess it was called Behind the Music on MTV,
right?
And when the show finally came on, I'm watching it, and there was a dude telling a story about LL in the group, and I'm like, that didn't happen. So you have a lot of people rewriting our history.
Yes, sir.
Of the Treacherous Three or the Force MDs or Pebbly Pooh. They try to recreate our history, and it's a false narrative.
Yes.
It's not true.
Yes.
And that's why platforms like this to tell these stories about being stranded. I remember us being stranded in the middle of the woods somewhere. Me, LL, and Jimmy Spicer. In the middle, like 3 hours from the airport.
God bless that brother.
So, it's great to have a platform like this. All the platforms to tell the truth and our stories. Because like a lot of people that know, like me and the Easy Lee story, or the LL Cool D story. They didn't like. It wasn't like they hated each other. It was just friendly competition.
You're right, man, and that's a very good point that you make, because a lot of people lose sight of all of that kind of stuff.
Yes, LA. Do you remember we was on a tour, and these people had us in like the basement area, and they had carbon monoxide, and they had to rush me and you to the hospital. Do you remember that?
That was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I passed out from carbon monoxide poisoning, because that was the best dressing room that they could have, and they had a generator downstairs in the basement to light it up, and we were just breathing all that stuff in.
Yes.
I do apologize. That was my cousin Rudolph's building. I'm gonna call him up and see. They say they knocked that building down. I'm so we didn't. I ain't they knocked that building down. Yeah, a couple people fainted in there. A couple people fainted in there. But,
I remember that. I remember that when I was going to get dressed. I was going to get dressed when it was time for us to perform, and I got down there, put on my clothes for the show, and got lightheaded, and I woke up. I was in the hospital.
Yes, I was like, my head.
Was that the After Midnight? Was it in Philly?
I'd be lying if I said I knew which spot it was.
Most of the clubs in Philly were downstairs anyway, like in basements.
Right. It sounded about right, because that's what it was. I know the dressing room was lower than where we performed. So if the show was in the basement, the dressing room was in the sub basement.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, all I remember
is just being wheeled out that day.
Yes, I was like, my head hurt and my eyes. That's all I remember. When I woke up, I'm hearing boop, boop. I was like, where am I? It was like you in the
that was crazy.
Yes. Me and LA in the hospital.
Growing pains.
I do apologize. I let my cousin know that y'all still feelings about that. That's really messed up. And I need Cut Creator to really seriously think about adding me in his bio, because I think it's very important, Cut, that like you said, as other people write the story, because I never tried to write the story. You notice I bring everybody on to tell a story. I just remind them of my part in the story. So it's like I'm not going to be the person that you want to say, yo, hey, he came up. No, I'm not like with LA. When writing some of the rhymes. You know, LA would say, I said, no, LA, do this like that and like this. Because LA, every now and then, LA would try to go too off the beat. I said, LA, ho. I had to look at him and look him in the face. Hey, stay right here. Stay right here.
For being there for all those rhymes, man.
Hey, yo, look, no, LA, come on, man. Let's keep this shit real. LA, stay right here. Before you know it, LA called me up, Cut. I kid you not. He said, yo, Khalil, I got it, Playboy. I said, say no more. But guess what? Cut Creator. Every time the bio comes out, the witches call, I look to see if little something, and plus Khalil helped with a what you call with a rhyme and Cut Creator with the scratches. But every time I see it, I don't see it. So I'm glad you guys are willing to come on there and admit it on the platform today.
Nah, man, you got it, man. This is like Cut said, man. It's a real honor. It's an honor to be on, and it's important to share these kind of, you know, to get on and reflect and share. And divulge some information that most people don't know, and we tell the stories accurately so people can get the true insight of what those stories are like, as opposed to somebody else telling our story, because it's real important. If we don't tell our stories, somebody else will. And if you tell a lie long enough, it finally becomes the truth, and we are privy and witness to that. So appreciate y'all's platform, man. Keep it up.
One thing for sure, and two things for certain, it's hard to tell a lie when the truth is in the room.
Yes, sir. Right, and that's why I appreciate the room you got, man. No doubt.
Yeah. So
anytime that you need me, just call on me, man.
But look, it's 11 o'clock, man. I appreciate, you know, both of y'all cats of your LA, you know, coming on and Cut Creator. He just bullied his way on. He threatened me in the text. I'm gonna read LA what you sent to me, because it's only right. LA, he said, Khalil, send me the link before I crush your larynx. I said, "What the fuck is this?"
Nah, man.
So
I was on my way. I was on my way to make some breakfast, man.
I'm gonna crush your larynx.
Man.
I'm like, yeah, what type of shit is
this?
LA, I immediately sent him the link. I said, I don't want no smoke, man, because we run into each other on the boat. We run into each other on the time doing the boat. I don't want to be walking in the boat and then they get me in the sleeper and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Huh?
The last time I seen you, we was in Cali. You was like Pebbly, and I'm looking at you. I was like, huh? You said it's me, Cut. I was like, oh my God. So I do love the change. You look great. You still in shape. God bless you, man. LA, you've been always a good soul. I remember when you was at the YMCA, you was a great influence to all them kids, them young adults over there, and you still doing your thing.
To this day.
Yes,
I still work with kids to this day. Yes,
that's very powerful. Very powerful. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids do need us.
Same to y'all.
Look, y'all, thanks for coming on. Y'all have a blessed day, man. Nothing but love here. Anytime y'all want to share something or need something shared, just give us a holler, man. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I got you.
And
have a great day.
Appreciate y'all.
We love y'all. We see y'all Tuesday. Listen, everybody stay safe. Please continue to wear your mask. Be safe out there. COVID is still alive, and now they got the monkeypox. So y'all be careful, all right?
All right, same to y'all, man.
Thank you.
Love y'all.
Right.